How you doing, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Ryan. If this is your first time visiting the channel, consider subscribing if you like what you see. But I made some pork chile verde, which is basically what's stewing back right here. It's gonna be some pork that was cubed up, a little bit of onion, cilantro, tomatillos, which is the main ingredient. I'll walk you guys through how I made it. I first charred all the vegetables on the grill. I'll show you guys how I did that. Pretty simple. Check it out.
All right, so the ingredients are pretty simple. There's not that much to this. I got about 2 pounds of tomatillos. I got some onions right there, a little bit of jalapenos, some garlic, and a few limes. And like always, I'll list the ingredients on the description below. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna peel these, take off the wrappers, the little husks we're gonna rip off. They're kind of sticky if you never worked with these before. So you gotta wash them under water to make sure they get all clean. There's a few other vegetables I'm gonna wash also. I got the jalapenos and some cilantro. I'm just gonna run them under cold water, set them in a bowl, set them off to the side. Then we got our hot grill going here. We're gonna char up these vegetables. Make sure you got an intense hot heat. You wanna blister the skin. Make sure you don't touch these for a few minutes once you put them down. We're just gonna let them sit there. After they sit there for a little bit, then you can mess with them. I like to flip them over every minute or so, just so they don't get too burnt up on one side. And then I got the garlic in the back there. I'm just gonna let it sit off to the side because I don't want it over direct heat because it'll burn up. That's pretty simple. Just gonna toss those around, and you can tell when the tomatillos are done because they're gonna start bubbling on top. The liquids are gonna start coming out and they're gonna get really soft. And that's pretty much it. We're gonna take them back inside. I got a blender that I got set up. We're gonna throw them in the blender. And so I did all the vegetables first just to make a little room for the cilantro. So I'm gonna put a handful of cilantro in there with a couple of pinches of salt. You want to get a good amount of salt in there, but don't overdo it. You can always go back and resalt it. And I got a couple limes I'm going to squeeze in there also. And then 2 teaspoons of cumin. Give that one more blend. Then we're all set. So I got about 2 pounds of cubed up pork. I'm not sure if it's pork butt or what it is, but you want to make sure you get it as dry as possible. The drier it is, the better sear you're going to get off when you put it in the pot. And the whole purpose of getting a good sear is just to get better flavor out of it is all it is. Then we got some crema that I'm gonna put over the top of the pork because I'm gonna do some tacos. Just 2 ingredients, just a little bit of lime juice and half of the jar of the crema. Then we're just gonna give it a mix. Put some saran wrap over the top, set it off to the side, throw it in the fridge. Then we got some vegetable oil in a pot. And I'm gonna do 2 batches with the pork just because if you overcrowd it, it's gonna steam and boil and you're not gonna get a sear on the pork. Then you get that, the Maillard reaction, which is basically just develops flavor on the meat when it browns, just like that. And you get the fond on the bottom of the pot. It's basically all that crust that you always see when you sear meat. Then we're just setting it off to the side. Gonna give this a little rest while we put in our vegetables. I got some onions I'm gonna throw in there. It's about 1.5 onions. Depending on the size of the onion, might be 2 onions. I mean, just depends. Then I'm gonna give that a little mix. Gonna throw in about 3 jalapenos. Mix that up as well. Then I got some Mexican oregano. You could use Italian oregano if you have it. It really doesn't matter, I don't think. I'm using about, around a tablespoon, maybe a little bit more. You can eyeball it. Then I'm gonna salt and pepper. If you notice, I didn't salt and pepper the meat. It's just better to do it like this, so I'm putting it in like that. Then I'm putting the green sauce we made in the pot, and make sure you scrape the bottom to get the flavor off the bottom of the pot. And it's gonna help deglaze the pot. And then I got the rest of the meat I'm throwing in there. All you're gonna do is submerge it, set it on a really low simmer, let it go for about 2 hours. You wanna make sure it's at least 2 hours. You can go a little bit longer than that, it really doesn't matter. But just throw a lid on it and you're good to go. All right, guys, so it's been about 2 hours, actually about 2.5 hours. I did some rice to go along with it, some good Mexican style rice right here. Then as you can see, it really doesn't look that attractive, but you give it a little mix. Trust me, guys, it's amazing. Just try it, just do it. I'm telling you, it's gonna be good. But we're gonna plate everything up now, so let's do it. All right, guys, that is it. Mission complete. Totally enjoyed it. Check it out right there. Oh yeah, that was also cotija cheese I put on there, just so you know if you were wondering. But this is one of those things I could eat every day, never get tired of. Really good. Obviously you can't eat it every day, but 100% satisfied. But like always, go ahead and like and subscribe if you like the content. Give it a thumbs up. I'd appreciate it. See you on the next video. Peace out.